I can't tell that. She said she had a big head. Why should I worry about that?
You're on.
Hey! Welcome to episode 11 of the VIP Social Club. This is your fabulous on-air personality, Mocha Hantas.
Can you count to 11 in Spanish?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Hey, look at our audience helping you out.
Right. I can do it in French too.
Oh, well, I didn't ask you that.
Do you speak French? In case I mess up at 11? All right.
I can say some French stuff too.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
I can say some stuff in French too.
I bet you can. Can we put it on the air?
Yeah.
Say beef jerky Johnson in French. Anyways, and we want to thank Mocha Hantas for not only showing up looking fabulous, but for bringing her Mr. T starter kit.
Strike one. That's strike one. That's strike one. And that, I'm finna cuss. I'm about to cuss.
Oh, no, sir.
I'm about to cuss.
Don't cuss.
Get him, bro. Get him. Get him.
I'm a cuss.
Go ahead.
That shit ain't funny. But on that note, yeah, this is show 11, and we're here. And we got some good stuff for you. We got an interview for you guys today. And on that note, we're going to let him calm down, and we'll be right back.
Welcome back to the VIP Social Club, and it's our segment called Bread of Heaven. Last week we talked about time. This week we're talking about grace. And grace is something very interesting when you're talking biblically, because grace is something that God gives us that we don't deserve. We hear people talk about, wow, he blessed me with a new house. Or I don't feel I don't deserve it. He blessed me with a new job, and I feel I don't deserve it. I, for one, look at the fact that he blessed me because I walk to the bus, and I do a lot of walking during the day, because I take public transportation. I'm like, wow, he blessed me for being on a bus that did not run off the road, or I didn't get hit, when I got off the bus walking across downtown to catch another bus. That, to me, is grace. The fact that he has blessed me with a family. He blessed me with a wife. He blessed me to still have my mom around. He blessed me to still have my dad. And I really don't deserve a good family because, I've just been blessed to have one. I mean, I'm not perfect in any way. I mean, the fact that, my wife and I have been married for 16 years and we have a 3-year-old going on 4. It's like I wanted to be a parent and never thought it was going to happen, stopped focusing on it, and he blessed me with a child. And I realized that that's nothing but grace, because I don't deserve to be a parent, but by his grace.
Why do you feel like that?
I wasn't always the best person. And I know there are much better parents out there. I just strive to be the best parent that I could be. And I understand that without his permission, no one can be born, no one can die. So for him to feel me worthy to be a parent, is just amazing to me.
I don't know. I kind of look at that like a double-edged sword, because I know some people that are parents and they shouldn't be parents, but they got that blessing to be able to bear a child.
But they also don't recognize it as a blessing sometimes. Because you see some people are just fertile. They feel like, okay, I can
just like that was a mistake.
Yeah, that was a mistake, and they treat the child like they're a mistake. But at some point, we recognize He will bring it to your attention that this was a blessing for you to have a child. This was a gift from me for you to have a child. Now, if you waste it, then you'll reap what you sow. That child won't be there when you need that child when you get older, and sometimes the child will lash out to the point where you can't take it. So we have to recognize what's in our lives and why they're in our lives. And that's why I look at mercy. I'm afraid to do this.
What?
But do we have any questions from the people who are watching the show?
So you know how they say, like, God does things in due time?
Mm-hmm.
So say, for instance, like a job.
Mm-hmm.
You've been waiting for years and years and years.
Mm-hmm.
And you keep looking and searching and interviewing, and you still ain't found nothing. Is that supposed to be a blessing too? Or?
That can be a learning experience. The blessing is you're still around.
Mm-hmm.
The blessing is, you still have the ability to go look for a job. You still have a desire. You have not given up entirely. I went 23 months without a job, and it's hard.
But what if you get kicked out of your house?
Well, I'm the type of person, you kick me out of my house, then I'm still going to keep striving. But now, you talking about if the landlord kicks you out or the person you living with kicks you out?
Yeah, all of the above.
Okay, if the landlord kicks me out, there's nothing I can do. I got to go find another house. There's no animosity or anything like that. Now, if my wife had said, all right, you got to go, then I'm sure there were times she thought that. Because, you're with somebody, at some point you start losing faith in them. It's just a natural occurrence. But the way God works is, my wife had a job for years. If she loved one job, she'd go right to the other one. I'm talking like a stretch of like maybe, 18 years. So she didn't know what it was like to look for a job. So unfortunately, but it worked out to be fortunately, during that same stretch of me being out of work for 23 months, she lost her job. And she wasn't able to just go find another one because the landscape had changed. So what we had to do was start relying on each other. And it showed her that I wasn't what people were saying I was.
Crazy?
No, that's probably true.
Okay.
But that you just couldn't just go out and just get another job. It didn't happen. In 2009, the landscape had changed to where you couldn't walk in and apply even at a temp company. You had to send your resume by email. And it wasn't like that when she was out of work before. So, but God blessed her to get a job and blessed me to get a job, and we've been rolling ever since.
All right.
That was a good question. All right, well, we'll be right back on the other side of this. Thank you. That was Bread of Heaven. This is the VIP Social Club. Okay, so my grandfather had a quadruple bypass some years ago before he passed, but it wasn't because of the bypass that he passed.
Okay.
He actually rebounded from that. But he they had him in a rehab center just so he can get his strength back. It was a nursing home / rehab center. And I would go by on Saturdays and just hang out with him, watch football all Saturday with him, and just, keep him company.
Okay.
So my grandfather had a twisted sense of humor like my mom, not like me. So I went by there one Saturday, and the candy strippers would always come in and see them on the weekends.
Oh, Lord.
And one of them came in and she was like, "Hi, Mr. Jones. How are you?" He's like, "My member died last night." So we're all looking around like, what are you talking about? I'm like, I went back to watching TV. She's like, "Okay, well, I'll see you around lunchtime." So she came back in around lunchtime, and she's like, "Mr. Jones, what are you doing?" And his member was hanging out in his pajamas.
Ooh.
And he said, "I told you my member died last night." And she said, "But I don't want to see that." He says, "Why not? It's time for the viewing."
You say his sense of humor is like your mama's or yours? Nuh-uh. Nuh-uh.
All right, well, I tried. So we'll be right back on the other side.
Put that on your mama.
We'll be right back on the other side of this for the VIP Social Club. Welcome back to the VIP Social Club. Last week we had an in-studio interview with Rory Lawrence. This week we actually have a phone interview with a prominent attorney who lives in North Carolina but operates around the country. So his name is Mr. Dwayne Dewey. He's from the law firm of Dewey, Cheatham and Howe. And just a little bit of his bio. He actually was a graduate of Trump University online. And online. And did his, I guess you'd say, intern work. He worked for the Women's Board. And
Nice.
he also worked as a civil rights attorney. And he worked for a long time as a bankruptcy attorney before he got into personal injury and criminal defense.
Okay.
So, Mr. Dewey, thank you so much for allowing us to bring you on today.
And I thank you, Brew. It's so good to be here. I'm glad to be. I'm a big fan of the show. Big fan.
Well, thank you very much, sir. And I'm a big fan of yours. The more I've read about you and seeing some of the cases that you handled, and where is your office again?
My office is in Lizard Lick, North Carolina, and that's outside Raleigh, North Carolina. That's the state capital. And anyway, yeah, I've got offices operating all around the eastern seaboard, but that's my main office there.
Lizard Lick, North Carolina.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's named after lizards that lick themselves. That is correct.
Now, what I do need to ask you, because I was looking at your bio earlier, and I didn't realize that Trump University's mascot were the Fighting Crackers.
The Fighting Crackers, that's right. We're very proud of our mascot. You know, everybody likes a saltine every now and then. So we were the Fighting Crackers for various reasons I won't go into. And yes, I'm very proud to be a graduate of Trump University School of Bankruptcy Law. That's really the only kind of law you study at Trump University.
And you were like one of 3 people that actually finished the program, right?
Yes, well, no, that is not correct. That is in the mass media. The truth is we graduated 4 people.
4 people?
4 people, that is correct. Me and 3 others. We learned math as well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So now, you worked for the Women's Board while you were going to Trump University online. And I read that you were one of those that were able to do the internship there. What was it like working for like women's rights and civil rights while going to Trump University?
Well, I'll tell you what, I had to look up both terms in the dictionary since we did not learn about those things at Trump University. You know, it was very strange. It was 2 definitely different points of view from the civil rights and the women's rights to Trump University, where it's, well, I don't have to go into the details, but you know how it goes.
I know how it goes. And we have a special bond here because I contacted you after, I think it was on June 30th, after our July 29th taping. I contacted you after Pocahontas chopped me in my neck.
Yes, you let me know that Pocahontas karate chopped you. This is your words. Karate chopped you in the neck.
That's right.
Like Miss Piggy on the Muppets. Now that is your words. I'm reading the document here.
Yes, they were.
So yes, that is when you reached out to me, and that's when I started watching your show. And I'm here to say, Ms. Hontas, I am a really big fan. I mean, a really big fan.
Well, if you're my fan, how are you trying to help him sue me?
Well, I am a lawyer as well. I'm a businessman as well as a fan, so a feller's got to eat.
Oh, my.
And McDonald's dollar menu ain't getting no cheaper, I'm just saying.
So I just wanted her to know that I took that seriously, and I took your recommendations as to go see a couple of doctors.
Yeah.
And she's sitting here looking at me like she's about to hit me again.
That was a chop of love.
Yeah, look, there can be no more karate chops, Ms. Hontas, all right? I just need you to slow your roll, back up and take a breath. No more karate chopping. Let's just end this right now as far as that goes, all right?
That was out of love.
It was not a love. That hurt.
Out of love. Oh, I see.
Okay, so this.
Now that changes things a little bit. Hold on. I'm making notes here.
Okay.
No, we.
Typing, all right, out of L-O-V-E. Yes. All right, go ahead.
So listen, so you're a personal injury lawyer, correct?
Yes, ma'am, I am.
So what's your thought process on 1-800-ASK-GARY? Are those ambulance chasers?
Now, 1-800, who what now?
Ask Gary.
I don't know who Gary is, but he does not work for my law firm. So I'm afraid I'm not familiar with Dewey, Cheatham, and Howe. We only have 2 lawyers, and I'm one of them. But, yeah, we operate all up and down the Eastern Seaboard, like I said, and I do not know of a Gary, and I would not ask him anything unless I met him first.
Okay. I got
Be careful with the phone number. The guy on the TV, there's a guy locally, he's got like purple hair, and he tells you to call if you've been in a wreck. I wouldn't call him. Don't do it.
Okay.
Call me.
Okay.
Dewey, yeah, Dwayne Dewey. I almost forgot my name. Yeah, Dwayne Dewey.
So you'll have somebody to assist me here in Tampa?
No, he's my lawyer.
So you'll have somebody to assist me in Tampa,
lawyer.
Florida, correct?
No.
Since you're up and down the seaboard?
Now, Ms. Hunter, I'd be happy to answer that question, but I'm going to have to charge you for it, I'm afraid. Now the thing is, we can work out a payment schedule if you'd like. Now, I don't like to brag, but the night manager down at China Gardens owes me a favor. Let's just say I solved his cat problem. Now,
What?
I can have you swimming in shrimp lo mein in no time flat. All you have to do is say yes.
Say yes to what?
No.
Don't say yes.
No.
No.
No don't mean yes. Come on now. Think about it. I'm a pretty handsome fella.
Well, can I have a date with you as a payment?
Well, I mean, that's something we can discuss over shrimp lo mein, or if you are allergic to shrimp, they have other different flavors of lo mein as well. But not
Did she
cat.
just say-
They do not have that anymore. Thank you.
Did
Okay.
she just say, can I arrange payment over a day?
What?
I'm sorry, Brew.
Yes, sir. Yes,
What
sir.
did you say something?
I was just amazed that she wanted to arrange payment over a date.
You know what? I'm surprised that they worked out that quickly. But when we get off the phone, yeah, we're going to take care of some business. Yeah, once we're done with our interview here, where I talk about how what a good lawyer I am and whatnot.
Okay, now, okay. So, what type of client would you not represent?
The kind that could not pay me in cash, check, or credit card, mainly, yes. Yes, those are normally the clients I steer away from. And you were kind of on the fence, but I decided to give you a chance because I really like your show. Okay, let me ask you something. Now, this is totally off subject. Where can I get me one of them slapping robots like you had talked about in episode 9? Because I know a couple of lawyers that could use a good pop in the mouth. Do you know where I can get one of them? I'm just asking.
You can get me for free. Because I can pop somebody in the mouth.
Would you, I don't mean to be forward, but would you mind popping me in the mouth once or twice?
Yes. I don't mind.
Brew, I think I'm going to have to drop your lawsuit. There's no interest. I have to be
Look how that worked out.
in love with the defendant. I'm just saying.
Look how that worked out.
I hope that's all right. No hard feelings, Brew. No hard feelings.
I think you got a hard feeling. That's why you're dropping my case.
Well, I'd rather not talk that way in front of a lady. However, I will if the lady asks me to.
We're going to have to talk about suing him.
Oh.
You can't do that because you're still my attorney.
He just dropped your case.
The thing is, I know a lot of attorneys, Ms. Hawkins, so yeah, we can discuss that over shrimp lo mein.
Okay.
Okay,
We
so
certainly can. Mr. Hong will be happy to help us out.
Mr. Hong,
Mr. Hong, I'm sorry, I'm not supposed to divulge my other client's name, so please, if you do not not understand what I just said, don't ask any more questions. I can't answer.
Hey.
Well, Mr. Dewey from Dewey, Cheatham, and Howe, how could I have a number on your bio? Is this a real phone number? 1-800-I-RIP-OFF?
I rip off. Well, it depends on what you're asking for. I rip off is for when I rip off the bandage of justice and serve it to you on a hot steaming plate of
Yeah, I feel like we're getting.
justice.
I feel like we're getting a hot steaming plate of something right now.
Well, Ms. Hunterston and I will be getting a hot steaming plate of shrimp lo mein as soon as you let me go and I can give her a call. Ms. lo mein, Ms. lo mein.
Yeah, you got the name right,
No,
Miss Lo Mein.
if you could just give me a call after we're done, and we can set up the details, and we can go from there.
I will do.
Folks, I think I have just gotten duped in this. But that's okay.
Now, Brew, if you need another attorney, I've got several names from Trump University. Namely, I have 3 other names, as I discussed before, and they would happily represent you when Ms. Huntus and I go to court against you for defamation of character.
Thank you.
Defecation of character.
That's not what he said.
Oh. What did you
Yeah,
say?
that's pretty much what I said. Now, please don't ask me to spell it, but I can say it anytime I want. I certainly can.
Mr. Mr. Dewey. Oh, Lord, Mr. Dewey.
Yeah, please get the law firm correct. It's Dewey, Cheatham, and Howe, and that's on Tick Bite Road in Lizard Lick, North Carolina. Number is 1-800-I-RIP-OFF. And remember, we rip off the bondages of injustice, and we, you know the rest.
You serve it to us on a hot steaming platter. Yes. Thank you, Miss.
Steaming platter, yes.
Thank
a hot steaming platter.
Yes. Thank you, Mr. Dewey.
Dewey.
I feel like I've been served a hot steaming platter right now.
Oh, you're gonna look. You just wait a couple of days. You're gonna be served.
Well, on that
You're
note,
gonna be served with a nice steaming plate of a.
I'd like to thank Mr. Dewey for this interview. I don't think we'll be reaching back out to him. Whew.
Is he real?
Yes, he's real.
Like for real?
I just planned a date with the KKK.
Well, they always have their favorites.
He wants some of that mocha in his life.
Some of that mocha. We'll be right back on the other side of this aboard the VIP Social Club. I need a new attorney. Welcome back to the VIP Social Club. I'm going to leave right now. This is Mocha Highness II.
No,
What?
sit down. Sit on down.
This is called Ass Brew.
So we already had this conversation. We want the first thing that comes to your mind.
I'm a thinker.
When I ask you all 5 of these questions.
Why are you so aggressive?
Anyways, you want to pick or we're going to just go with the flow?
Well, you've already picked one, so I guess we're going with the flow.
Making this girly like some pink and blue. So our first question for Ask Brew this week.
Oh, boy.
Why do men expect sex after a pricey night out with a woman?
Want to answer? Bro?
I usually discuss that before we even order.
How you gonna discuss that with somebody before you order your food?
Because what D.L. Euclid said, that's not just steak lobster, that's steak, lobster, and Johnson.
So you're seriously telling me right now?
No.
Okay.
First of all,
Okay.
if I take you out on a date,
Okay.
then my expectations are for you to have a good time on that date.
Okay.
If dinner is included, dinner's included. I don't put a price tag on that because if there's a price tag on it, the line is probably too long for me to get in anyway.
What?
Ouch.
Dang. That hurt. Okay. Question number 2.
Before you ask that question, why are all your questions stuff that could lead me to getting kicked out of my house?
I just want to see what I want to see what your thought process
No.
is. So, how long would you wait on your Listen. How long would you wait on your mate before moving on if they went to jail for you?
Don't know. Hadn't had it happen.
I'm just saying.
Hold on. Huh?
Theoretically.
Did you say a week?
Yeah.
Theoretically.
Theoretically?
They went to jail for you.
Yeah, they went to jail for doing something to protect you, to help you, whatever.
Oh,
they
then
went
I'd wait till she got out.
What if it's 12 years?
I'd wait till she got out.
20?
without doing nothing.
Wait till she got out.
Without doing nothing.
Well, in my current situation, I would have to because I wouldn't want people to. Well, I wouldn't want my daughter to see me bringing other women in and out of the relationship.
You don't have to bring a woman home to
To jail?
get your freak on.
Look, I don't know what you do, but I.
Don't do that.
I wait for my wife to get out.
You would.
Yes.
Lies.
Can't prove it unless she gets arrested. First of all, when she got out, she was very vindictive. So she got a mean streak a mile long. I have to move.
Okay. What's the dumbest thing you believed as a kid?
I got one if you don't.
Go ahead.
You can't turn the light on in the car when you're driving at night. That's illegal.
Yeah.
I'll probably have to say Santa Claus.
My
Yeah.
dad would come back from the store.
That's what I was gonna say. That's exactly what I was gonna say.
What?
My dad would come back from the store.
Oh, Lord.
That's exactly what popped into
Lord
my mind.
have mercy.
Daddy's coming home. No, just honestly, my mom told me she told me a lot of stuff when I was a kid. She said, if you hit your parents, you'll automatically die.
Ooh.
See, I didn't know what she meant by that. I didn't know she meant she was gonna kill me. I just thought when she said you automatically die, that meant you just go,
Just hurtle over and just die.
But then I learned later, no, she meant she would kill me if that ever happened.
Oh, what about the boogeyman? You ever believe that?
Bigfoot.
You believed in Bigfoot?
No, yes. And here's the thing: up in Maryland, you can go up in the state parks, and they used to have like footprints, and they had people who had actually sighted Bigfoot back then. And then my dad would play it up, like if I didn't know he was home and I was outside playing, like windows would start rattling. Right.
Your daddy played too much.
Or they were working on a house in New York. I think it was New York or New Jersey, New York, and there was a house in the back of the house, and he teamed up with the woman who was hiring them to scare me. And she's like, "Can you go in the back house and get something?" And I walk in and I can hear this noise, and I'm like, "What is that noise?" And she's like, "It might be Bigfoot."
Lord have mercy.
So like my feet started heading back in this direction, and when I get to the door just closed. He had tied a string on the door and closed the door. So the door closed on its own. So now I'm peeing, cause I'm just like,
You must have been an awful little kid
I
for
was
your
like-
daddy to do you like
I
that.
was like 3 or 4, and I'm like,
awful.
and I'm like, the door just closed. I'm like, and I go to run back the other way. And I'm like, there is no back door, and he's banging on the windows as he's running along the house. But that's okay. That's all right. Now he can't control his bladder at his age. So
You dirty.
what?
You dirty.
But that's okay. Payback is up.
Okay, so we had question number 4.
We're done.
No, we're not. So, who does a cheating man love more? The woman he lies to or the woman he tells the truth to about the love triangle?
First of all, I don't cheat, so you gotta have somebody.
Look.
Theoretically.
Cut the
How do you
mess.
theoretically cheat?
I'm just saying. Answer the question. What do you
He
think?
loves himself more. He doesn't love anybody else.
That wasn't the question.
That's the answer.
What you say?
I'll have to agree with him.
Nuh-uh.
Talk about
Come on, 25. You can't do that.
this. You can't stick with it.
Who does he love more? The person he tells the truth to or the person he lies to?
Who's he telling the truth to?
The side girl. He's telling her, I got a woman. But he ain't telling his woman that he got that side one. So who does he love more? The person he's lying to or the person that he tells the
You
truth
don't
to?
love either of them.
I'd say the person he's telling the truth to.
So the side hoe.
No.
Well, we would differentiate because I would say if you had to put it on there, it'd be the person that he's married to.
He's lying.
So the person that he's lying to. That's,
Yeah.
In his mind, he's protecting her.
It doesn't say it's
Air
real
quotes.
love. It's perceived love.
Oh.
Let it be my daughter. You be telling the Smith and Wesson the lie. Go ahead.
Hey. Last question. Number 5.
That's a lot of writing.
No, it's not. Have you ever
Nope.
skipped a day without bathing? And if so, what happened to cause you not to do? What happened to cause you to do so?
Just a day?
Just a day.
Oh.
Have you ever skipped a day
In my
without?
life?
As of like,
No.
I'm gonna say from 18 years old. Have you ever skipped a day without bathing?
I've skipped a
And-
week.
That's disgusting.
You better not never say that again.
I was in the field in the army.
Mm-mm.
He was also,
You can tell the truth.
He was also in college and skipped a couple days. We were hanging out. Yeah, I have skipped a
So
day.
that means you have to.
I have skipped a day, yeah.
You have.
And I did not feel right. Now, there was another situation where I had no choice.
Which is when?
I won't give you the whole scenario, but just put it this way. I was in the streets with somebody, and I had no option about taking a bath. But when I got to a tub, yes, I lathered down.
So as a married man.
No! No.
Well, I guess
Wait
that's
a
all.
minute. I was married when that actually happened. But I wasn't with her. I was with somebody hanging out, and we got caught in a situation, and I wasn't able to get to a bathtub. But when I did,
What was that situation? You got arrested?
no, I didn't get arrested.
Oh, okay.
The person I was with, I didn't realize how bad their issue was.
Oh, okay.
And, yeah,
Okay.
I was trying to help them. And got caught somewhere where I couldn't take a bath. But when I finally got to some hot water, yes, my skin got lighter instantly.
Hey. So I guess that's.
That was a rough. No, I'm not doing these questions with you.
Yes,
anymore.
you are.
No. Is that you?
These questions are at my discretion. So I can ask whatever I want.
Was that you in the bathroom?
You know what? We're done. We're done.
Thank you, Pocahontas. Those were tough questions. Jim and them. Ooh. Yes, we'll be right back. Maybe. Ooh, I can smell the pineapple juice now. Welcome back to Raising the Bar. Yes. And this week, Pocahontas will be making the drink, so I can just sit back and sip.
We're going to relieve you of your duties this week.
What are we making?
So this week we're making a hypnotic breeze. So we're going to start with our 3 times our vodka infused 3 times over.
Hypnotic?
Yeah. I can infuse. It's a vodka.
Okay.
And it's made.
It's got cognac in it too.
We're going to make enough so we can.
Oh, we do
Share
have
it.
guests.
Yeah.
Yes. But the lady said she's not drinking.
I don't remember her saying that.
Oh, okay.
So 2 ounces of hypnotic.
Okay.
We're going to do 1 ounce of rum.
Malibu! My friend Quasi used to get drunk on that.
No, I don't recall being alone in that.
That's because you were drunk. Go with that.
And then we're going to do
Pineapple.
a splash of pineapple.
That's a splash and a half.
Don't judge the splash.
I'm not judging the splash. The splash look good. Going to the
So
deep.
we're going to get our shake on.
Gotta get into that shit. There you go.
That's around to wet up the camera. I thought the tap was on.
So let's see how this turns out.
Ooh.
Wow. It looks tasty just in the color.
See, that's what we have to do to me.
Oh, yeah.
So let's like put our little doohickey on the side here for you.
Okay.
And then we're going to taste this.
This is VIP, y'all.
Now, be honest, tell us how it tastes.
Cheers.
So nice cooked up.
You can finish the
tastes
rest of the show.
awesome. It tastes awesome. We're going to make some more for our guests.
Guess who? Oh, yeah.
Good.
This is good. I didn't think it was, when it first hit my tongue, I'm like, and then it just kind of hugged it.
It's going to be a sneak up one.
Yeah, this will punch you in the back of your head.
It's going to sneak up on
Look
you.
at the color on that drink.
Hypnotic.
This is insane.
Oh, it's the blue and the yellow. Makes it.
It's like when you go to the Caribbean on a cruise and you get close to the shore and you see that green tinge on the water.
So, if that's what you're feeling like, you want to get us some seafood after this? Some crabs and stuff and things and some shrimp. Some corn and potatoes. Just a thought.
That's a pretty good thought. So we're going to go to the wrap-up because now I'm hungry thanks to somebody. Oh, you're going to put some in there so they can...
Yes, I am. But you can wrap up while I'm
Okay, I just
wrapping
wanted to
this
get,
up
I
for
wanted to
them.
get their reaction. Okay, so this has been a really good show. I don't want to thank the lawyer. Just don't want to thank him at all. Mr. Dewey from Dewey, Cheatham and Howe.
He sounds like a really
Whatever.
upstanding guy.
Yeah, he was standing up for something. Not for me, not for
Trump
his client.
University.
And always, we want to thank you all. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Subscribe and then, hit that button there. Like the show. Follow us on Instagram at Official VIP Social Club. You can follow Mochahantas on Facebook at MOCHA space HONTAS.
Here, guys.
You can follow me on Instagram at Got Brew. So please don't hesitate to follow us, like, subscribe, comment. Please comment. And wait a minute, she just went in.
Well, that's real good.
Oh.
He just shook his head.
What you
so-
say, 25?
I give it a 9.
Oh.
He gave it a 9.
That was one up from yours. He gave you an 8.
Yeah, but he came and got the drink from you, so the
For
extra
a
point.
fruity drink, yeah, I give it a 9.
Mmm.
Because I don't like fruity drinks, but this is pretty good.
Mmm. And I already
It's
feel
pineapple.
that tingling all over. I feel good all over.
Pineapple
In my Stephanie Mills voice.
Really?
Mhm.
Seeing her, I like it.
All right, so we'll see y'all next episode. This is episode 11 in the books. We got 2 more to finish this season, and on the last episode, we're gonna pick our best STD of the season.
Oh,
And
that'll be easy.
That'll be easy.
Yeah.
Yeah. And as a matter of fact, your lawyer went to his university.
Mm.
So please come back, comment on the show. Let us know what you'd like to see in season 2. I'd like to thank everybody who's helping out, all the crew, our guests who have come in today. And the crew works hard.
Yeah.
They really help us out.
Mm-hmm.
And we'd like to thank them. We couldn't do the show without them. And I'm going to give a shout out to Morgan. Hey, Pooh. We'll see y'all next episode. As always,
Salute.
cheers. Now, she hadn't even hardly touched hers.